Howdy and aloha, everybody. It's James with Monotalk. This is my ongoing documentary of the craziness the world is going through, delivering and fucking infesting. It's like a plague everywhere. Complete lunacy. A bunch of insane asylum people are fucking everywhere. It's nuts. And I'm just documenting everything and making sure that people understand, or try to understand, or give them the ability to do their own research, chickadee check themselves before they wreck themselves, do their own due diligence, critical thinking. The thing I always try to get out the most is, question authority. It's our job to do so, and its sources, and find out, where the money's going, where it's coming from, et cetera, et cetera. Mainly in the past 3.5 years, moving forward, we have seen some serious tyrannical totalitarianism coming from the left that has probably not changed. I just haven't noticed it because I was a lefty. I don't know, 2016, 17, 16, and then I went Green Party. It's even further left. And found out that was a farce and just a waste of my fucking time. And then all of a sudden I started doing some research into Russiagate and all that stuff, and found out that this guy has been falsely prosecuted, falsely everything. False. It's a show. Once he put his name in the hat to run for president, all of a sudden, I got like a poof thing going. They came after him. They don't want this maverick, an actual maverick. They can't really control him. I'm sure he likes doing the art of the deals every once in a while, which I'm sure he's been wrong. I think he was sold down the river by Fauci in 2020 when he did that warp speed shit, which we all remember and we all fucking have maggot out. But I think he's kind of brought that around in bringing RFK Jr. in. And that's my hypothesis. That's how I'm summarizing it. If you don't agree, that's fine. But I do remember his interview with Megyn Kelly when she surprised him and said, I am jabbed injured. And I just saw his look on his face. He really didn't have a quick answer like he always does. He's always got something, right? And he just was kind of stumbled a little bit because they kind of threw him off. And then I think he researched it, and I think he doesn't really like that, how he did that. I mean, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But Fauci is, and I've told people, he's the greatest fucking pharmaceutical drug pusher on the planet. He's done it with many other fucking presidents, and he's done a great job at it. And whether he coerces you, or he fools you, or he plays you, or he does a shell game on you, whatever the fuck he does, he's doing it. And he's still around. Sadly, pathetically, and disgustingly, that man is still walking the earth free. And if you had the numbers of all the, I don't know, unalived, they call it, suddenly not here people, from him, from everything he's done, you'd probably be in the millions. A few million, maybe even the hundreds of millions. But tonight we're talking about what the heck is Trump going to do with a cackling, no idea what the fuck is going on, because she hasn't been running anything. And we know for sure in the past, 4 months, president, quote unquote, I think he's the illegitimate president, in there now. Hasn't been running anything. He hasn't really had the ability to do it. I think I've always said I think he's just their best puppet they could have ever brought in. He was the best candidate to do the puppet work. He could pull his strings any way you needed to, and he would fucking go with it. And they give him and tell him and show him everything they need him to hear. He doesn't really know what the fuck's going on. Just clueless. Just like Trump said when he started in that debate. I don't even think he understands what the fuck he said. That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, poof, he's gone, and here comes cackling, crazy fucking this attorney, which you know, she's had a few accomplishments. You know, how she got there is, you know, whatever. But she's also a good puppet too. She's just they're just great puppets. They're just the biggest losers to put illegitimately in a place to do some crazy ass damage, just serious damage to our country, and that's all they've done. From my perspective, from my research, from my due diligence, from my chickity checking. Yeah, now she's going to do a debate tomorrow night with Donald Trump. And I guess she's been in a hotel for a week. Like they put Biden in a basement for a week. I guess they're trying to shove as much information or data or whatever they can in her. And now, like, this is a good one. It was funny because CNN, I just watched this. I was just on behind me. And let me just refresh this and I can show you. Let's see if it's on here. I don't know if it's on. Yeah, right here. Harris and Trump. Right in here. Harris and Trump. Make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Yeah, it's fine. You can see it. So Harris and Trump prepare for first time meeting face to face at presidential debate. Right? And the first thing she says in her comment in regards to this,
the horrible events of September.
Right. Oh man, that's depressing. Okay. Like right off the bat, I want to see what here. Let's listen to what she says.
Horrible events of September 11th continue.
Oh come on! I just fucking watched this.
How low he will go, and
that's what she says.
Former president might employ. Take a listen.
He plays from this really old and tired playbook, right? Where there's no floor for him in terms of how low he will go, and we should be prepared for that. We should be prepared for the fact that he is not burdened by telling the truth.
He's not burdened by what has been. What a fucking... I mean, some of the shit that this woman has said, it's because she's surrounded. It's called the Tyson-Michael Jackson effect. And this happened to Trump. This has happened. I'm sure it's happened to Trump and a few presidents in the past. They get yes men behind him constantly. I want to hear that again. That's just fucking funny.
That he is not burdened by telling the truth. And we should be prepared for that. We should be prepared for the fact that he is not burdened by telling the truth.
What the fuck does that mean? He's not burdened by telling the truth? That's like, it's past tense. You're burdened. It's like you're already burdened. It's like, so whatever. It's just nuts. I mean, and it's in writing here, and her voice is right there. So there you go. Already they're pushing the fucking craziness. And so this chick is going to get on with her, and Trump is watching, and he's paying attention. And they're waiting for Trump to say slanderous things. And they're waiting for Trump to come back with name calling. And they, like, here, let's go listen to this chick right here. This is funny. This chick right here. All right. Watch right here. Watch.
Harris shared some insight into how she's preparing to face off against Trump.
That's right, Wolf. The vice president's team has been preparing her for potential derogatory comments, insults, and name calling on the debate stage tomorrow night. She said in a radio interview.
So, I don't understand I mean, I've seen debates for, I don't know, I'm old, 60. And I've seen, decades of debates, and somebody throws out a little derogatory something or a little name calling, but if it fits and it's been used and they've even said that they've done it, because borders are going to come up, right? And she's going to say no. And she's going to say, I'm not. And he's going to say, I'm hoping, and mark my words, he's not going to do it, that he says the exact time and date that Joe Biden said in his own words, she is the borders are. He's got to know that time and date. If he doesn't know that fucking time and date, then, nobody's going to look it up. But this is the thing about Trump. He's got to remember the numbers. I need him to get the numbers out. And if he can just get the numbers out and she's going to try to antagonize him, but I think she's going to fucking say something totally crazy and nuts. I think she's scared. I think she's frightened as shit. I know that there were several different debates that they were supposed to do, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. This could be the only debate we probably see. I don't trust these people. Like I've said many, many, many times, and my son brought this up the other day, and I brought it up in the last show I did. He goes, they won't let him win, Dad. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, they can't. If they do, they know they're done. Of all the things that they've done and all the criminal activities and everything and all this, I go, where are you hearing all this stuff? He goes, I go, you watching my show? And he goes, no. And I go, I just checking myself. Me, my friends, a lot of people, we fucking know that she's just not what she claims to be in this administration. I mean, my son lives in California. He's like, it's terrible. He said the other day he was in a parking lot he lives in a really nice suburban area. I mean, every house goes for $1.2 million, 1.5, somewhere like $2 million. I mean, that's not that much in California, believe it or not. But it's a nice suburban district, not too far from the beach, prime real estate, great weather, whole 9 yards. And he says, I see them everywhere. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, well, the other night, me and my friends were just getting off work, and I was picking up my buddy, and he was in the parking lot waiting for his friend, and there was this lady came out and started asking questions. Who are you guys? Like, didn't really speak good English, she said. And he goes, look, I'm just here waiting for my friend, but he's just trying to just say, I don't have any business with you. And she immediately, he said, she was just gone on something serious. Maybe fentanyl, maybe fucking coke, maybe meth, probably all three, who fucking knows. Hispanic, and not, he said, probably from that area. And then the cars and the other people that were there in the area, and they're everywhere, he said. There's more in these areas, and he said he goes, Dad, I know you worked on the farm with Grandpa and Mexicans for 29 years, in the avocado farm. I go, yeah, I have a lot of respect for these guys. They work fucking hard. But Dad, these are different. This is not the same. I work with people that are Hispanic in the restaurant industry, and we're not happy about these people that came in here. And I said, bro, just don't worry about it. I mean, just stay your distance. Don't get involved with those people. If they're doing something stupid or wrong, just stay, okay, yeah, I got you, sure, no problem, all good, bueno, everything bueno, or whatever, and just stay out of their business, because it's not worth it right now, and then at the same time, he's driving away, he's going, I remember, I mean, when he said as he was driving away, he said they started yelling and screaming stuff, and it just looked like they threw something, or I don't know. It's just crazy. They don't care, and these people, like Trump said, they're from the insane asylums, they're from the prisons, they're nuts. They got rid of their worst, and they sent them here. They flew them in. We brought them here. Not me, the Biden administration. This is crazy. This is another point that Trump needs to bring up: is this is getting worse. The other day, Chuck Schumer goes, "Yeah, we gotta give amnesty and take care of these 11 million or whomever." That's his words. 11 million or whomever. Those were his exact words. We have to take care of the 11 million and whomever. And the actual numbers are like 16 million. And I've told people, look, back when I was working with my grandfather at the farm, the avocado ranch, the average amount was like 250, 300,000 a year, right? The average in the past, 2, 3, 4, 5 decades is maybe 400,000. Now we're at 16 million in 3.5 years. It's going to be almost over 3 million people per fucking year. This is nuts. The biggest thing, and I put in one of my videos, and I hope you watch it. It's a fucking time bomb. The tsunami of these people is creating a dam that's going to break. Because once the Democrats decide, after they've done using them and abusing them and tricking them and fooling them, because that's what's happening. Hopefully, habla español, people can understand what the hell I'm saying. These people, and I'm already seeing them on TikTok, they're saying illegal immigrants for Trump because they know they're being fooled. Some of them aren't that stupid. They know they're being played. They know once they've put their vote in illegally or they've done this or whatever that, some of them are like, this is my second chance and I don't want to fuck it up. Right? But this is what's going to happen is we don't have any recourse, but we can't have you here. This is the problem. There has to, I think Trump, what he's going to do, and this is what I think he's going to do. And I'm kind of getting off the debate part here, but I think he's going to find a way for citizenship. But he's got to vet these people. And he's going to make these countries where they're from deliver their information. Or tariff or do whatever he needs to do to force them to give us that information. Okay, I have blah, 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 blah here, saying that they're here. So if somebody says immediately, just say, let me give an example. Hi, I'm Border Patrol. Hola. I need to see your information. Okay, so we're going to run a check. And if you're saying who you're saying you are in that country, because now we're connected, now this other country says they have your records and your information and your thumbprint or your fingerprints and your ID and your they've scanned your face or your visual light, whatever. And we find that out, and then you say that, and then you tell us that you're that person and that matches up, then we're going to find, then I think if they're being honest with that, that's one thing. I think that's just me. You can do whatever you want. A lot of these people just want to get rid of these people. Yeah, hey Jordan, how you doing? Yeah, Kamala's lawyers are trying to remove Dr. Shiva from of course. Dr. Shiva's screwed up a while ago, dude. I love the shit that he's done, but he screwed up a long time ago. But here's the thing with the immigrants. It is going to be a gigantic task. Because letting him just coming through, flying a few million in here, there, in the sanctuary states, and busing him here or whatever, that took $51 billion, by the way. It took a lot of fucking money to do all this shit. Now they want to give him a $150 house, $150K house. They want to give him all this stuff, and they're promising all this shit. Kind of like, like they always do. The Democrats have done this for decades. This is why I left the Democratic Party. They're all talk and no show. Back in 2009, 2008, 2009, they had the majority under Barack Obama, the super majority. They could have fucking changed the Constitution. They could have got Roe versus Wade. They could have raised the minimum wage. They could have done all this shit. The list goes on. Free college, and what they give you, fucking Obamacare. That's what they gave you. They haven't done shit, and they don't want to. They want you poor. They want you reaching. They want you to be needy. And they keep leading you on, and everybody, it's just fucking amazing how many people just don't get it. Because some are new to that. I've been abused and used and beaten and battered by the Democratic Party for decades. right, for at least 2 decades. I was a Republican back, and then I changed, and Obama brought me back in, and then I was just like, what the fuck happened? That was bullshit. You know? Big Mike and the whole fucking bullshit family thing. Yeah, it's... But here's the thing about the immigrants, and I really think it's important. It is going to be a task. It is going to be a task. They're going to need a lot of patrol. They're going to need a lot of personnel. I'm telling my kids, hey, if you want to work, he's going to open up a lot of jobs for that. But he's going to vet you. And I guarantee he's going to give the jobs to veterans first. Veterans first. And I keep telling these guys, which my other son, my youngest son, wants to go in the Air Force, which I think is a beautiful idea. You know, I don't think... And my other son, I believes going back to school. But anyway, it's going to be a task and a half. It's going to be a lot of fucking work. And there's got to be a way to get, you know, they're going to go target the gangs and the thugs and these people first. And there, by the way, there could be some shedding of plasma. There could be some plasma released onto the ground. Because some of them aren't going to go willingly, right? But the other option is let us come and get you, let us come and find you, or come in and let us vet and see where you're at and see what's going on. And the biggest thing I think for Trump is going to be, because this is the way he operates, and I know, you know, I've researched this guy pretty well. If you're honest with him and you're being upfront, I think he'll give you a chance. Right? But at a certain point, he's got to cut that umbilical cord. Of course, he's going to shut down the border. Of course, he's going to stop that shit right off the bat. The wall's going up, the whole 9 years, whatever. Right? And yeah, you can go over it or under it. There are things, but it helps. But there's going to be much more security, and they're going to be serious. It's going to be serious. People might not like it, but we just can't let this keep happening. This is going to turn into a ticking fucking time bomb. I keep telling people. I think he's privy to that. I don't think, you know, Trump is a lot of things, but he's not a fucking idiot. That's for sure. He's not a cackling, sociopathic nutcase like fucking Kamala Harris. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen a woman, you know, what is burdened by what has been, and our economy is, it just makes no fucking sense. Oh, cool. What you should do, try to get in touch with him, try to talk to him, mention my channel to him, let him know that Montauk is there, doing what he can to make sure that he's protected. I want all his people, by the way, Jordan, if you talk to him, say, my focus is to make sure down ballot is vetted by Trump and that he gets the supermajority, because he can't drain the swamp if it's just him. If he has the majority, and hopefully the supermajority, but if he has the majority in the House and the Senate, then he can really take control over the CIA. He can take control over the FBI. He can take control, you know, and then and I'm telling you, there's going to be a mass exodus. There's going to be a lot of people escaping their child trafficking background. That's what's going to happen. I'm just letting you know. All right. Let's look at a couple of things that they're talking about as far as Kamala. You know, it's funny because there's somebody put up, I think I fucking have it. I hope I have it. Let me see if I have it. Oh, that's a good one right there. That's another good one right there. Oh, is this it? I think this is it right here.
Been crystal clear on her values, what she wants to fight for, and how she will do it. And also, you know, she talks to people, right? She's reaching out to me. She's reaching out to businesses.
She hasn't talked to the press, Gina. I mean, I know you're a surrogate, but the American people are frustrated. The media is frustrated at the amount of access anyone's gotten to her for the past 41 days. I know you've seen that. We're finally going to have a debate tomorrow night, but she sat down for one interview that was taped and then cut down, and certain little things came out from it. But it has been a master class in avoiding any questions, and nothing's been made clear by her. Maybe it's been made clear in dribs and drabs from her policymakers when it comes out in print or on off a teleprompter at one of her scripted speeches. She's been impossible to pin down on anything because she hasn't given any access. The American people deserve it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, and I...
That's it. That's it. You got nothing to offer. We don't know it. I like this one. 16 habits that'll make you poor. Smoking, alcohol. Here, voting Democrat. Pretty much. You know, when I was a Republican, I was doing really good. Just to let you know. I think the down times of my life, it was like there's like this thing out there with some liberal Democrats like, give me. When conservatives, in a sense, in my opinion, are, go get it. If you want it, go get it. You know, work hard. Just show up. Do the job. Pay attention. Learn. Be humble. You know? Yeah, I've noticed that with people. It's, you know, even myself. Let me see here. Looks like you got to see this. This is a good one. Nope, I don't think I. Is this? No, is that it? Yeah, that's a good. That's it right there. I can never solve the problem because I am. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I want to push the fake meat. Yeah, let's go to that. I'll get to that video in a second. But it was about how they say Kamala wrong or Kamala. And the fucking mainstream media and CNN and MSNBC has been saying Kamala forever. And they're saying that's racist and wrong. But they've been saying it forever. But now that Trump says it wrong, I just, you know, fuck bullshit. Let me go here real fast. So if we go, Trump prepared, Donald Trump holds a MAGA rally in Minnesota. Yeah, I want people to remember this. Event 201er. Plan DMEC exercise. Is that what that says? Plan DMEC. Yeah, I think that's what it says. Planned DMEC. Plan. Yeah, but that right there, people need to remember, because the Biden administration is all over that. They're connected to the hip of these people here. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Totally, fully connected. And I'd like everybody at some point to get in touch with, well, she magically and sadly disappeared and passed away. But this is Rosa Corey, right? Corey, or I think I'm saying that right. And I believe I got her book was something green. Let me look it up real quick. Hang on. It's green. Behind the Green Mask. That's it. Hang on, pull it up. Here, I got it right here. Behind the Green Mask. I had that book. I read pieces of it. I didn't read the entire thing, and sadly, I accidentally left that with my ex, Steph, and hopefully she's read it because it's a really good book. And this lady, basically, like others, Jordan Sowell, Jim Rickards, James Corbett, and a few others out there, a bunch of others, and especially G. Edward Griffin and a lot of others have been saying this is the plan. This is the New World Order, the Great Reset, and all this stuff. And I think it's important. I don't know if Trump can get that out there. I don't know if he'll be able to shuffle that in some way, but it'll get people thinking about it. And I'm hoping that he'll say something, because he just recently did in one of his rallies that he doesn't want to go around the globalists or the WHO. He doesn't want to go that direction, right? He doesn't want to go in the direction of these crazy fuckers. I mean, you got Bill and Melinda Gates and Barack Obama. And then I wonder what this was today, I think. Let me see. What does she say here? This is 5 minutes. I don't want to play that. Right. But I'm saying what I'm actually conveying to everybody, or trying to, is this New World Order crap. The Democrats are all in. And there are a few Republicans. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, the guy with the eye patch, and a few others, that are in with it, right? Depopulate 2/3 of the planet and have the globalists hoard the rest for themselves. The end game. That's the end game, right? But they're speeding that up, and they want that to move faster. I mean, there's big motivation for the Green New Deal. The Green New Deal has nothing to do, as I have come to find out later on in life, is the Green New Deal has really nothing to do with your health or your welfare or any of that nature. Because as I've stated, and most people have more recently, is that it's about a big chunk of money at the end of the rainbow. Okay? And we're talking a lot of money. We're not just talking little bits and pieces. We're talking $78 trillion. Okay? And then if you type in right here, and I'll just type this in real quick, just so you know what I'm talking about. I'll just go to search 90 million climate change. Right here. Here's some more evidence of it. Wait, that's 90 million. Where's the 90 trillion? I think it was Al Gore, right? Hold on. 90 trillion. Hang on. Here it is. Look, 90 million, now it's 90 trillion. Isn't that crazy? Climate goals. Okay? Compatible climate goals. The reason why I'm not saying anything is because I want you to soak that in for a second. I want you to kind of really, oh, that'd be cool. Get a selfie with Trump, bro. That'd be awesome. But let him know I'm out there. And I want him to really start beefing up his security, get his people out further before he gets where he's going, get dog sniffers, fucking everything. These people, like my son had said, and I kind of went off of that, is that they're not going to let them. They can't. If they do, all of them go to jail. Hundreds of thousands will be incarcerated like this, because it'll all be connected. The Child Trafficking Corporation of America, basically. That's it. But this is the motivation. Climate change has nothing to do with your health, your safety, your food, anything like it. It doesn't. It's reaching this amount of money. And all that money goes to whatever they need for whatever they want, however they need it. And it's funding an NGO or this NGO or that entity or that group or that movement or whatever. And these people are behind it. They fucking want this money. That's it. But it's all to our demise. Look, we've lost thousands of farms to the government already in the United States. Around the world, maybe a few 100,000. These people are relentless. They're not going to fucking give up. And they have the last stronghold, which I keep saying, which is totally a fact, and that's what we are. We are the last stronghold. Right? Trump needs to get back in the office. And I don't care what you think about him, because if you do have Trump derangement syndrome, like a lot of fucking people still do, for no reason at all. You know, even Whitney Webb has it right now. It's just really crazy, man. And look, I know you guys don't agree with Israel. I don't either. I think the fucking Gaza thing is just, but it always comes up. You guys know this. Gaza and fucking Palestine and Iran and fucking Israel, it always comes around. Every fucking election cycle. You guys know this, and if you're old enough to know, I've seen it many times. What countries receive the most foreign military aid? Israel. $300 fucking billion. Who's coming up quick on that list? Ukraine. But the point I think a lot of people are starting to make in the Trump camp, the MAGAs, the actual Make America Great base, is that's not our flag. Ukraine's not our flag. It's not our fucking country. We're done with everybody else. Focus on here. And if he starts saying, well, we need to focus there to focus on here, then he's done. Then they're not going to like that. There's a movement out there. I'm telling you. They're watching him closely. They've already fucking talked to their campaign. They've already told him, you fucking better drain the fucking swamp. Remove the swamp completely and put a frickin' forever pool there. So the United States of American citizens of United States of American people, vetted, civics test taken people here legally can fucking enjoy that pool. But there's a group out there that fucking, they're all in on this scam. Yeah, sure, jump on over there. Yeah, go ahead. If you want the money, sure, but you're not in the end game of everything. You're not on that arc. Go watch 2012 with John Cusack. Basically what happened is at the end there's like these 4 boats at the end up in the Himalayas, and it's a big cave, and Woody Harrelson was in it. It was great. Perfect Woody Harrelson. Fucking that was Woody Harrelson all the way. Yeah. But at the very end they couldn't get everybody, and they didn't have room for everybody. Not everybody got on that ark. After they fucking annihilate and destroy all the population, there's going to be the last little bit of people with all the fucking geoengineering and all the shit that they're doing, all the chemicals, all the cows they've killed, all the farms they've taken, all the water they poison, all this other stuff. They're going to have an ark, and they're going to have their underground bunkers, and they're going to have all their stuff, but it's already been built. I know this seems a little much, but if you've gone down the abyss like I have, not a little fucking tiny rabbit hole here and there, like I'm hearing on TikTok, Little rabbit holes. Oh, nothing's going to happen. Everything's fine. God, that's just nuts. You guys don't understand how powerful that amount of money is. That gets people to do the fucking most heinous and horrific things to others. That's a lot of fucking money. $90 trillion by 2030 for those climate goals. Fuck. And that's the biggest thing that Rosa Corey was talking about. She fucking and a bunch of others. These people are relentless. They're a bunch of eugenicists. They think they're supreme. Their bloodline, all this other stuff. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Look, in 2019, I took in November the Johnson & Johnson, I don't know, whatever, or Pfizer, I'm not sure. I took a flu shot, right? And a few years prior to that, I took a flu shot. And, I had like a flu, not a big deal. But as I look back at it, and the reason why I'm bringing that up is because as I look back at it, I was there. Fauci, I didn't understand what this man was doing. How he was part of the system to keep big pharma fed financially with these sick babies and kids and people and all these diseases and so many other things. I mean, autism on the rise like crazy ever since the jabs started coming around. When I was a kid, you took like 6 things. You had your polio, this, that, and the other thing, and you were done. Now kids are supposed to take like up to 40, 50 fucking, required fucking pokes in the arm and shit. It's just nuts. And some of them are in terrible shape because of this poison. And it's Big Pharma loves it. Big hospital makes a lot of money off of it. Big elderly care makes a big ton of money off of it. For all this shit, Big psychology. Because when you go and you got some problems and you're not thinking right, you're not eating right, you're eating processed foods, you're eating drunk, you're eating shitty water, sometimes you're just not thinking right. Sometimes you're just not there. You're just not, and some of the stuff that you eat and ingest and inhale or whatever can make a difference. It can mess up your thinking. And the psychologist will go, you know what? You need to take this. Take this opioidal medication. Which that fucking commercial is still around. I keep fucking telling people that fucking commercial is still around. If you're on opioids and and it shows this, like the opioids and like the stone carving in the background. These people are like sick and stuff in the front. I mean, it's just that's like a 6-7-year-old commercial, and it's still around. And they want you to take something else. So instead of taking that, here's something else we can hook you on. It's just fucking nuts. It's just this vicious circle. And I've always told people, look, when I was a kid, we used to get McDonald's French fries, and they were cooked in lard or tallow, either or, one or the other, and chicken, and Kentucky Fried Chicken was cooked in lard, and everybody was fine. Everybody was fine. I mean, fast food wasn't great, but then all of a sudden they switched to seed oils, which can be used to lubricate a vehicle. Right? This is the stuff they're putting in kids now. This is stuff that we're ingesting now. This is terrible. When I cook, I have a big chunk of lard. I have a big chunk of tallow. I use butter. I use avocado oil, and I try to use the best olive oil if I can. But it makes a difference. I can totally feel the difference. If I go and eat some French fries at Jack in the Box, I mean, yeah, they taste okay and stuff like that because they've add the salt and everything, and they've got this mixture in it now, and they try to get it to taste like it's lard or tallow, but it's not. My stomach just hates it. I can feel the poison just going through my veins. It's fucking terrible. I can feel it. So terrible. Excuse me. But all I'm saying to you is these people don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Trump isn't going after your crazy dressing Uncle Bob. He doesn't. As long as he doesn't fucking go in any girls' bathrooms or play sports with the girls, and doesn't go fucking pole dance in front of a bunch of fucking kindergartners, he's fine. Let him fucking flop around in the fucking farm or out in the city and do his fucking thing or whatever, right? And Trump is not. This is the biggest thing. It's just fucking hilarious. The homophobia and all this other shit, and transphobia and all this other shit. That's all created. That's all manufactured. There's no organic movement. There was never an organic movement. That was all made and created by the World Economic Forum. And I have all the proof to show you and how that came into play. It's a divisional tactic. There's so much divide and conquer seeds out there that they've thrown out there intentionally for a couple of decades, at least 2 or 3 decades now, to get people polarized, right? So you don't know who the true enemy is. You don't know. I mean, and I'm going to end with this because I'm telling you, I'm talking about Trump and Kamala, but I'm just saying this right now. If there's one party that is all about this, okay? If there's one party that's all about this, right now, it's the Democratic Party. I don't see in any way, shape, or form the conservatives, do your thing, do your church, don't go to church, do what you want to do. It's a free fucking country. We get it. But don't make us want to do it. And don't fucking shove it in our faces. Right? Yeah. This is going to be interesting tomorrow. Because there is unity with these people. And they're damn good, decent people. Right? They mind their own business. They do their thing. They get their job done. And they go home and they spend time with their families. That's pretty much the American way as far as I'm concerned. Right? And if you want to go out and party, do your thing, go. Go live in Hollywood. Go live in fucking, and I've been to Hollywood. I've seen this fucking crazy shit. But they're not about divide and conquer. If the 99% continues to fight each other, then we'll never defeat the true enemy. Right there, the World Economic Forum, ETAL, others and alike. Right? Stop being their pawns of division. That's what I keep saying. Right? Yeah, there are 2 parties right now. I do believe I don't think, like I always said, I'm not a party person. I'm an independent. Right? But in this particular situation, I am going to go with the issues. I am going to go with the policies. I'm going to go with the history of what Trump had done in the past. And I fucking miss bacon being 99 cents. Right? That's not my biggest reason. And I've already laid out those 5 biggest reasons in my last show. But yeah, that's it. I don't think she's gonna. I think she's. My prediction with Kamala Harris is she's gonna say. I don't know if she touches her ear. She's bugged. She's got an earpiece because Biden did too, but they fucked up with that. He did that a few times. So we're gonna find out. The thing that I think Trump just needs to do is just say the numbers, man. Just go over the numbers. Hopefully he'll bring up Chuck Schumer saying recently 11 million and whomever. And just show what that's going to do and what that's going to be. And just throw the numbers out there. Make sure it's verifiable. She's waiting for you to do a name call. You can call her Kamala. I don't give a fuck what you call her. She's going to say it's Kamala. It's not Kamala. Fuck. Some people call me Jim. Some call me James. Some call me Jimbo. Some call me Jimmy. I don't give a fuck. As long as you call me. But in this particular situation, she's going to get her feelings hurt. And I think Trump doesn't have really a trigger button. I don't think he's been through hell and high water that this tyrannical authoritarian ministry of truth fucking Orwellian piece of fucks have put him through for the past, I don't know, 8 years now. He's built some pretty serious leather skin. This is last time Kamala was in this position. Tulsi Gabbard just fucking annihilated her and she was gone. Like the worst candidate on the fucking stage, gone like one of the first three, I think. And then she comes back and she's vice president and everybody likes her. How did that happen? Some unelected fucking shit. It's just, God. With the Democratic Party, there is no democracy. I don't care what you fucking say. Try to convince me. You can't. You can't. There is no democracy when you're trying to put a decent man in jail just because he's going to reveal that you're all a bunch of fucking pedophiles. That's pretty much it. That's why they fear him the most. He's going to fucking blow up in Pedowood or Hollywood. He's going to blow up and he's going to get them all. And my biggest concern is we got to protect this guy. They've tried to take him out once already. And this was not some lone fucking person on J13. It was fucking them. And everybody knows it was them. Right? That's going to be proven too. There's too much proof already to state that it wasn't a lone thing. We know it. Anyway, all I'm saying is I do hope that he'll just kick back and just give us the numbers. Just throw the numbers out. Let people do the research. Right? And she's going to throw whatever. She's going to try to trigger me. But it doesn't matter. Trump already has his base of at least 90 million people that are fully committed to voting for him. I don't even think Kamala Harris has 40 million people that fucking give a shit about her. Honestly, I really don't see that. And they're going to try to cheat. But all these illegal immigrants are going to fucking get smart and go, you know what? These people brought us in here to use us, to abuse us. They didn't want to bring us in for us to be free in this country. I'm telling you, the Democrats are fucking Democrats. They're a sinister group of fucking sick, crazy pedo. God, it's just. The more I've researched these people, the worse it gets. And if you need any for the information, leave it in the comments. I'm going to say goodnight. I got to get going. Aloha to everybody. And mahalo for being a